Today we are taste testing 6 different kinds of winter squash to see what we want to grow in our garden.
Stay tuned if you want to see which one we picked, because there will be a clear winner.
He's betting anyways. So it is December, pretty close to January, and we have been keeping these winter squash in our basement. And we wanted to wait to do this taste test until a little bit later on in the season, in the winter season that is, because we want to gain some more winter squash that will keep for a long period of time that we really do enjoy eating. How we got these winter squash right here, not this one, everything else except for this one over here is from our local farmers market. There was somebody who came with a bunch of different winter squash, and we decided to get one of each and keep them for a while and then taste test them after a couple of months to see which varieties we ended up liking and then which varieties we're going to grow next year in our garden. This one over here is a Mooregold squash. This one came from our garden. We just kind of wanted it up here because we are familiar with this. We know what it tastes like to compare it to the other ones to see how it turns out, I guess. So
we've grown this one for years and we can't recommend it enough. It's very good. Keeps all winter long and it's delicious.
Yeah, so we kind of want something like that that will just keep and be really good, and will just kind of be a good addition to our food pantry and also for selling at the farmer's market. So let's get these cut up. We're just gonna bake them today so they'll kind of get a fair shake the same way. Here is our cutting board and a big knife. I'm gonna grab a compost bucket.
Moorgolds are very hard.
Yep. We should have probably showed them off a little bit more. So this is the Mooregold, and very hard. And inside of it, yeah, a lot of flesh, and we just scrape out the seeds there and get them in our compost bin. I guess I will be the seed scraper if you want to just hand those to me after you get them cut open.
Pretty easy to keep them, you can tell which one's which just because they're all so different looking.
Yeah. So we're not too worried about keeping our labels straight.
The Buttercup that we got from the guy at the farmer's market did not keep it. I don't think it's even gonna make it in the oven. It's looking relatively rotten. So
yeah, so we'll...
That one didn't keep, so it's pretty much out of running already.
But we're gonna see if we can salvage some of it to just kind of try it.
Banana squash.
Yeah.
And soft, easy to cut.
The banana squash, show them this part. On the end it is starting to rot.
Going bad already,
but otherwise pretty good, so we'll just cut that end off.
Really soft compared to the Mooregold.
How's it smell?
Smells like squash, I guess.
Not like a banana?
Kind of like pumpkin-y.
Pumpkin-y.
Yeah. I don't really want to stick that knife in there.
We'll wait on the Buttercup.
Cushaw Green Stripe squash. Not real hard to squeeze. Easy to cut. Almost looks like a zucchini.
What's it smell like?
Smells like pumpkin though.
Okay.
Looks like there's a lot of meat to it.
This one.
The one I'm excited about, the Hubbard.
Yeah, show them that one. That thing is huge. And this was a small one compared to the other ones that they had. But it is still pretty huge. Hubbard is what that one is called.
Maybe they put it in the good part of the garden or something. Maybe that's why they all got so big, or you never know. Get a little satisfaction from getting to stab these things like this.
You see? Okay. That does smell. It smells like, I don't know, just good. Hubbard.
Hubbard.
That has a ton of flesh and meat in it. Doesn't smell like anything.
Pretty mild.
Bland
smelling.
Yeah. Okay, here's our butternut squash. It's a butter baby variety though, so it's a lot smaller, and we heard that these are a lot more productive, and we are looking for a butternut variety that will really produce a lot more. We did grow butternut squash this year, but I just heard these were really productive.
Kind of smells No, fruity to me.
Yeah, that smells like a pumpkin to me a little bit. I feel like this Cushaw Green Stripe, we could have probably just like fried it up,
Sauteed it.
Yeah, like sauteed it like a zucchini. So we'll see what it ends up doing, getting baked. I might actually save half of it and saute half of it up because it has a different feeling. And these seeds, they're like pithy, and it kind of almost doesn't seem like I really even need to scrape them out. I'm going to, just because there are some seeds, but it feels different than these other squash.
Okay, you want to see a gut shot of the Buttercup that's rotten? You can see how bad it is.
Let's see.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Probably salvage that.
Yeah, there are some rotting spots though, like at the top right here, it's rotting. And then on the side here, we started to notice that. So there will be a little trimming involved right now. Oh, that is a very different, the Buttercup has a very different smell than the rest of them. Like a good smell, but like nutty or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just something a little bit different. Yeah, look at that.
Pretty much not worth saving. Coming in.
The whole thing?
Pretty much.
Aw. Okay, well, those will go with the chickens. They'll like that. So we wanted to talk about the varieties that we're going to be tasting today. The one we have talked about a lot is Mooregold over here. This is what this looks like on the inside and on the outside. Very firm, very tough, very just like sweet inside flesh, I guess.
They get big. They get a lot bigger than that too if you grow them right.
Yep, that was just, we just kind of wanted a small one for this. And then we have a banana squash. This one is new to us. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah. They all kind of have their own unique smell as well. Then we're going to be trying a Buttercup squash today. And we only have half of it because the other half was definitely a little bit rotten, so we threw that to the chickens. The next kind we're going to be trying is called Cushaw Green Stripe. At least we think that's how you say it. And I am going to save half of this one to just saute it up and see if we like it better that way, but we're going to bake half of it too for this taste test. Then we have Hubbard. This is the big one, and we're kind of really excited to try this one, probably the most. And lastly, we have a Baby Butternut Squash, just a little butternut squash variety. All we're gonna do is put these on some baking sheets and throw them in the oven. If we wanted to speed up the process a little bit for cooking a squash, sometimes we microwave them a little bit ahead of time, but today we're just gonna put them in the oven. All right, let's get them on here. We'll try to make them all fit, except one of these I'm pulling off. They didn't quite all fit on the baking sheet, so we're just gonna leave that one in the oven facing up and it'll be okay. And now we wait. After about an hour, the squash were ready to come out of the oven and the scraping began. This kind of took me a little bit of time. And that Cashaw Green Stripe one that you saw that was a little bit burnt, I did scrape that off before I put it in the bowl. The Hubbard definitely took a long time to get all of that squash scraped off. We finally got them out of the oven, and now it's time to taste test these winter squash. So some of them didn't really come out the way that they should have, meaning they probably weren't supposed to be baked, but instead sauteed or cooked another way. In particular, the Cushaw Green Stripe, this one right here, this is how it came out when we baked it. It's kind of just like mushy and I don't know, watery.
Not prepared correctly.
Yeah, but we did also saute the other half as we said we were going to. And the only reason this is all that's left is because our daughter just kept eating it and she kept wanting more. So it is pretty good. It tastes kind of like zucchini almost, but it's nice to have zucchini this time of year because we don't really have fresh zucchini right now. So it is really nice, but it has like a different flavor in it also. So we'll just get right into it. Should we start with what we know? Mooregold? So down here we have Mooregold.
We've grown Mooregold for years now. We got the idea from my dad, and it has always been great to have all winter long.
Yep, and just so you know, none of these have butter except for this one. I did butter it as I was cooking it like I would anything and salt and peppered it, but none of these have butter or salt and pepper or anything else, but this is what Mooregold looks like.
You can see how dark orange it is compared to the rest.
Yep, so we'll give it a taste. It's just like super rich, super flavorful.
Not dry.
Not dry at all. Super rich, creamy, just pretty much
good flavor.
Good.
Yeah.
Good flavor. Our next one right here is the banana squash. This one had started to kind of rot on the one end that we cut off. So, you know, we're doing this to find a variety for a long-term storage. So this one might not make that with that anyways, but let's try it. What do you think?
It's really kind of watery.
Yeah.
And
not nearly as flavorful as the other one. Way less flavorful.
Just watery and not very good. I would not grow that.
Yeah, I am not impressed. Nothing special. Next we have a Buttercup. And I want to show you this one. To show you just, it's like crumbly. It almost looks like eggs, like hard-boiled eggs that you would put into like potato salad or something.
Egg yolks.
Yeah, egg yolks. It's like just really crumbly, but we'll see what it tastes like. It's like thick.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If you added butter to it or something, probably make it really good.
I'll try it compared to this one.
It's not as good, but
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I think they're comparable. But what's not comparable about it is the fact that this was starting to rot. Remember, this is the one we could only bake half of it.
may not have been cured right.
It may have not been cured right.
That might be an issue.
We did buy this one. We bought everything except for that.
Well,
yeah.
People cure the squash and say you need to do that. Well, now we've always just taken, like, we've always gone Mooregold, we grow them spaghetti squash, and we just take them off of our field and throw them in the basement. We're in a dry climate, so that might be part of it too. But
yeah.
Anyway,
I do
maybe
like
you would
that.
grow that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah. And people know what that is too.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of Buttercup squash. We're gonna try the Cushaw Green next, the one that we did bake, which is in the front here. This is weird. Not supposed to be baked.
You could make it, put some, mix it into something, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'd be
whatever,
fine mixed in, but
I think this is a better way to prepare it for sure.
Yeah.
Frying it.
super good fried.
Just frying it in a pan with some butter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Butter, salt, and pepper.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Super good. It's like zucchini when you can't really have zucchini, or at least we're not growing zucchini right now. Okay, we are on to our Anna Hubbard. Look at this. It's heavy. As you probably watched, I got so much off of this when I was scraping that squash.
And you picked a small one too.
I did pick a small one. But it doesn't like have a pop of flavor. Like
No.
these two have just like flavor.
Bland.
It is bland. This is probably something I would guess people use it in baking or something. Could probably be really good in that application maybe. What do you think?
I mean, it's all right.
It'd feed a lot of people.
Yeah, if you were like just goal oriented to feed to a lot of people and have something to store,
Yeah.
throw some butter and salt and pepper on it, it'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's bland.
It is bland. Next we have our butternuts. This is the Butter Baby variety of butternut. And this one too, I'm afraid I should have maybe just sauteed it.
Yeah, probably not prepared correctly.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite like the other ones.
It's gonna be like this.
Yeah. This one didn't get a fair shake.
Not prepared correctly.
Nope, I should have done sauteing for both of those. So the jury's still out on that. I do know I like other butternut squash. We were just trying to find a variety that we're like, yes, for sure, that variety we like. So we may still try this and see what it's like cooked other ways.
The goal of this is to find a winter squash that we could test and just have a even test across the board for all of them. But obviously, those two were not prepared correctly.
These two right here. What I did learn is we will probably try this Buttercup, I'm thinking, since people will know what it is, and it did taste pretty good. The banana squash is out. But Anna Hubbard, I don't know, debating about it. We probably still will grow a butternut squash. I'm not sure if it'll be that variety, but I think the one that we kind of discovered was this Cushaw Green Stripe. Yeah, for like a long-term zucchini option. We will still, of course, grow Mooregold. You probably knew that. All right, well, taste test is all done. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and check out some other ones on our channel.
If you're looking for a storage winter squash that's orange, the winner is clearly the Mooregold, in our opinion, clearly.
Yep.